So, quantum physics, you imagine everything that surrounds you is consisting of atoms. These atoms are actually made of quantums. On the quantum level, no physical particle exists. Everything is energy and vibration. So from a scientific point of view, what we perceive as physical matter is just energy in a low vibrating form. That is a scientific reality that is proven. Now, imagine you're surrounded by energy, but energy always comes in frequencies. It has a vibrational pattern. So everything that's around you has a unique vibrational pattern. No matter what object it is, it can be either harmful or beneficial for your health. With that device, we're able to determine the vibrational pattern of any physical object. We're able to determine the exact frequencies, and in doing that, we can tell whether an object emits harmful energy or whether it emits positive, life-giving energy. Now we know that everything around us, every physical object, every wall in your house is basically vibrational energy. And it's constantly emitting and sending out vibrational frequencies. Now how does it affect us? What impact does it have on our health and on our life? If you imagine your physical body is surrounded by an energy field, which is called the etheric body, and that etheric body is controlling and orchestrating every biochemical reaction in your body. We have that in common with every plant and every animal on this planet. We all have this energy body around us, and this energy body is working through our chakras and our meridian system and is actually controlling and directing every biochemical process in our body. So you imagine you live in your house and you might have a mobile phone mast 5 or 8 kilometers away. You don't even see it, so you're not concerned about it. But the high frequency radiation of your mobile phone mast is penetrating through the walls of your house, and it makes the walls of your house actually emit a certain frequency pattern. So every wall of your house is emitting this negative frequency pattern that is disharmonious to your health, and it has a direct impact on your etheric body. So it causes disharmony to your etheric body, and with that disharmony it will transmit to the physical body and eventually causes a metabolic disturbance that eventually leads to a disease. So we can actually measure the vibrational frequencies that, for example, the wall of your house is emitting when it is exposed to the energy of a mobile phone mast or a Wi-Fi mast, which 98% of our houses really are. Okay, we are going to measure the biological impact that the mobile phone mast has. It is about 8 kilometers from this house and it's not even visible. And with the aid of the riometer, we are able to determine how strong the biological impact is. So basically there's a bit of dowsing involved here. I've tuned the device to a frequency that corresponds to a part of the human brain, and it is known that the specific frequency is always out of balance from electromagnetic radiation. So I'm holding the device against the window and I'm getting an up and down movement here. What is happening is that the top of the rod is picking up the energies between the window and the device. There's an energy field. The window emits that specific frequency as a negative energy, while the device emits it as a positive energy, and the rod translates that as a movement, and I'm part of the system here as well. I'm detecting the energy with the rod, and my arm then translates that into a movement. Okay, what we just did, we measured the biological information that is conducted through the electromagnetic radiation into our house. We did not actually measure the technical electromagnetic radiation. That is the difference. It is much more important to know the biological effects of the radiation than the actual technical radiation. Okay, let me try to explain you why. Most of you, or many of you, have heard of the work of Dr. Masaru Emoto, a Japanese researcher that photographs water crystals. Through his research, he made clear that water can be informed. The same water can produce two totally different crystals when frozen, when it has been exposed to certain music or prayers or any other kind of information. So the water is directly corresponding to information. Now we can inform a lot of other things as well. We can inform in our food, for example, by blessing our food. And that might be a new concept to you, but that's what we are going to do now. We are re-informing the electromagnetic radiation in a way that renders us totally harmless for our biological system and for any other beings that live in the house. That is not an easy thing to achieve. I've tested many of the devices that are on the European market, and none of them was able to 100% restructure the negative effects of the electromagnetic radiation and change it into positive energy. Only one device was able to do that. This one, the Feng Shui Power Disc 99. I'll demonstrate that to you in a second. When you put this device in one wall of the house, what happens is that it restructures the energy in every room of your house, so that the electromagnetic radiation can be still technically measured in the house, but there's absolutely no more biological effect from that radiation. And that's a unique thing. Okay, I placed the power disc in the house now, and when I measure the energy again, the energy for adrenaline production, I don't get any movement, it's absolutely still. The other frequency, that part in the brain that is affected by high frequency radiation, it's absolutely still. I can't detect any negative frequency anymore, and I've tried that. I've tried that test with many devices that are on the market. With most devices do emit positive energy, so they do have usually a positive impact on the house. But most of the time I get a circular movement. That means the negative energy that comes through the wall from the mobile phone mast is overlaid by some positive energy. So the negative energy is still there. It might be less in the impact, but it is not gone. And the only device that seems to totally eradicate the negative biological impact from that high frequency radiation is the power disc. Thank you for listening, and I hope this gave you some useful information.